Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.
What's going on, fellas? MaddenDoctor back again. Wanted to elaborate a little bit on this bunch pivot play that I put out yesterday in the live video. Edited this one down, so have no fear. This is beating cover 3. Basically anything but that Tampa 2. You can hit this little glitchy out route on this bench pivot play. Circle's going to get wide open against cover 3, cover 4, and man defense. Here it is against man defense real quick. That circle route is just deadly. As I said yesterday, it's like that little out route in the wide receiver out play out of the strong formation in Madden 16. It is deadly. And then what we're doing here is we're motioning square in. We're going to do that on every play. We're going to motion square to the right out of this bunch strong formation because it's going to set up every one of our money plays here. This is beating cover 2 out of this formation. Watch this. Remember the bunch TE full scheme I just released like last week with that bouncing route off the sideline? Circle does the same thing in this play, guys. He bounces off the sideline, he heads towards the middle of the field, and he gets open on his own. It is deadly, but what you can also do is hot route the square receiver. This isn't even fair, fellas. Hit up and right. It does take some lab and it does take some practice, but right when he gets to the middle of the field, you see right there in the middle, you hit up and right about 1 or 2 o'clock on your right joystick, and he gets to the open part of the field against cover 2. It is crazy, deadly, fellas. Bench pivot, beating cover 2, cover 3, every coverage in the game. Move the square receiver in on the motion, and then hot route him, or playmaker him in the middle of the play when he hits the middle of the field, and get him moving upfield. Another cover 2 beater out of this formation is a zone of flood. We're also going to motion the square receiver in. Keep it uniform, fellas. You're going to out route X and streak circle, and that's it. Have a little bit of patience, guys. I figured out why Madden 18 is so hard to beat is because the computer actually baits. You know, it used to be you had to use a person to bait someone into a throw. The computer's doing a lot of baiting this year, so they'll pretend like they're coming down, they'll go back. That's what makes it hard this year, but so all you gotta do is have a little bit of patience, wait for him to actually come down, and then hit him over the top. This is beating cover 3 out of this zone of flood play. All you gotta do is drag square and then put X on the out route again, but then smart route him. So if you out route him and then smart route him, it puts him on a further out, and he gets to about 10-yard out, and then you can drag square all day. And then this is nothing new, fellas. I don't know if y'all have never seen this or abused it in Madden 17, but when you motion square in on this Z spot play, and then you set it up like I had it, square to the flat and X on a streak, buy yourself a little bit of time, and square gets wide open to the deep right of the field. And then I just wanted to show here, inside zone works very well when you move that square receiver in. So set him up with a bunch of inside zones and drag routes out of this formation, and then go ahead and when he gets into the cover 2, you can start hitting him deep. And this is just one more example of inside zone. And then we're going to move to a little bonus play, the zona drive play. This play is deadly. That little double move on the outside will get open. I like to motion R1 over to the left and then slide protect to the left. Buy yourself a little bit of time. Hit Decker on the double move against cover 2. And then you can also wait for R1 to get open in the middle of the field against cover 2. He just splits the safeties just like this, fellas. One more example of him splitting the safeties. Boom, right up the middle of the field. Now what you can also do, and what's good to do against cover 3, is obviously hit the drag, but right here you can put X on a fade route, and then he splits the safeties just as he did with cover 2, because you have 3 routes going deep, 1 underneath. It ties up all the zones, and you just make a read, see who he's using, and hit square on the drag route, or hit R1 over the middle of the field. And then inside zone also works with this same motion, fellas. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this video is a lot more helpful to you than the last one. Drop me a like, drop me a subscribe.